Hi, I'm Tim, and on behalf of the entire Apollo family, I'm super excited that you've chosen us for your RV experience. I'm about to share with you all the tips and tricks on operating your RV.
So your two best friends on your travels will be your Apollo Connect app and the how-to guide. With the Apollo Connect app, you can find local points of interest, get prepared for your road trip with our safe guide and how-to videos, and with our friends at CampStay, find and book campgrounds and holiday parks. Your second best friend will be the how-to guide. The how-to guide contains all the relevant instructions on the features of your chosen RV. First of all, we'll quickly run through the symbols used throughout the how-to guide. No driving during procedure. This symbol indicates the procedure cannot be completed while the vehicle is in motion. Requires electricity. This symbol indicates the procedure is only available when you're connected to 240 mains power at a campground. Requires gas. This symbol indicates the procedure functions with the LPG gas bottle. Requires battery. This symbol indicates the 12-volt battery system is required for the operation. Use dump station. This symbol indicates the procedure should only be performed at a registered dump station. Your Euro Mini comes with a bunch of keys. You've got a vehicle remote, an LPG compartment key, toilet cassette compartment key, and a freshwater inlet key. Please don't separate the keys. Please don't leave the keys in the ignition, and have the keys with you at all times. Alright guys, now I'm going to give you a quick introduction to the outside of your Euro Mini. First up, we have the power inlet. This is where you're going to plug in at a campground. We've got our toilet cassette access point here. This is where you'll slide the toilet cassette out when you need to empty the cassette. Down here you'll find the grey water outlet valve. This is where you'll connect the grey water hose and empty the grey water tank. This is the hot water system exhaust. It gets very hot when the hot water system is in action, so just make sure nothing is covering that when you're heating water. And finally on this side, you've got the freshwater inlet, where you'll refill the freshwater tank. Moving to the rear of the vehicle, you'll see a handy reversing camera up there. Just inside the rear doors, you'll find the LPG storage compartment with one gas bottle. Okay, we're now on the passenger side of your Euro Mini. We've got the main sliding door to the cabin. Just pull out the exterior step for easy access. Above, you'll notice a handy exterior light. Finally on this side, I just wanted to point out where you're going to fill up your fuel. All you need to do is open the passenger door and open the small door to access the fuel cap. Please note, this vehicle is diesel fuel only. So that's a super quick overview of the outside of your RV. Now we'll get into the details with our how-to guide. The Euro Mini can be connected to 240 mains power, and this is where you're going to connect it up to. First you'll need the extension lead from underneath the seat. You'll notice with this lead that it has a large earth pin. This means it's rated to 15 amps and can only be plugged into a 15 amp outlet. So when you're connecting your lead to the vehicle, just make sure you get a really nice solid connection with the large earth pin at the bottom. Continue on to plug the other end into the campground's power. Make sure the circuit breaker is in the on position. A quick tip, turn off all appliances prior to disconnecting from the power inlet. Disconnect and store the lead before moving your Euro Mini. The grey water is water collected from the shower and the sink. Check the level of the grey water tank at the control panel regularly. When it's time to empty your grey water tank, you'll need the grey water hose from the back of the vehicle. You'll connect it here at the outlet for the grey water tank. Just push it in and pull these two handles back to lock into place. Make sure you put the other end firmly in a dump station. Then turn the valve horizontal, which will release the water. Once empty, close the valve and disconnect the hose. Your RV comes with a freshwater tank that supplies water to the shower, toilet and sink. We recommend you don't drink this water straight out of the tap. We recommend you boil the water before drinking. Check the level of the freshwater tank at the control panel. When getting close to empty, or every 2 days, refill at the water inlet. You'll need the freshwater key and the hose. Make sure the hose is inserted as far as possible and don't let go of it while refilling. Connect the hose to the tap using the adapter provided. Once the tank is full, disconnect the hose, remembering to take the adapter with you. Your RV comes with one gas bottle which is stored right here. The LPG is used when cooking at the stove and during the hot water process. The vehicle must be on level ground for the system to work. Turn on the valve all the way. And always remember to close the valve when you're not using gas. The fridge operates using the 12-volt battery and 240-volt mains power when connected at a campground. Simply switch on at the main control panel and leave this on for the duration of your holiday. Pull the black latch down to open the fridge door. You'll find a dial in the freezer compartment. You'll need to turn this on and then select the desired temperature. The lights will run off the 12-volt system, but remember to turn them off when you're not using them, or you will drain the battery if you're not connected to mains power. Simply turn on and off at the main control panel. Each light will have its own individual on and off switch. Please note, the light in the roof hatch will always need to be turned on separately. When you're ready to cook, your Euro Mini has a fantastic little cooker here. It's got 2 gas burners powered by the LPG bottle. You'll need to go outside and turn the gas on at the bottle. Make sure you open the valve all the way. It's recommended whenever you're using gas appliances inside to open a window or hatch to allow for decent ventilation. To start with, you must have the range hood switch on in order to light the stove. To light the gas burners, push and rotate the dial and hold and press the ignite switch. Continue to hold the dial to ensure the gas stays lit. Once you've finished cooking, wait a while until the stove has cooled down enough before lowering the lid. Your RV has a hot water system that can be fueled by the LPG and ignited by the 12-volt system. When you are connected to mains power at a campground, the water heater will be heated by 240. This provides hot water to the sink and the shower. To start the water heating process using gas, turn on the LPG at the bottle. Turn on the water heater switch and select 60 degrees on the boiler. If you see a red light on the boiler, the gas has failed to light. Turn everything off and wait 10 minutes before starting the process again. It will take around 40 minutes for the water to heat. Once heated, the water can be used by turning on the 12-volt water pump switch. The air conditioning unit is only going to work when you're connected to 240 mains power at a campground. To turn on, simply use the remote, making sure you point the remote at the roof air conditioning unit. Really importantly, before you disconnect from the mains power, turn the air conditioning off with the remote first. The microwave is only going to work when you're connected to mains power at a campground. When you drive away, we recommend you stow the microwave plate away for safekeeping. The power points allow you to use your 240-volt appliances. These will only work when you're connected at mains power at a campground. The toilet uses water from the freshwater tank. To use the toilet, turn on the water pump and toilet switches. Open the toilet lever, press the blue button to flush. Once finished, close the lever. The waste from the toilet is collected in a cassette, accessed outside here. There is a lever monitor here on the side. When this starts to turn red, you'll need to empty the toilet cassette. The toilet lever will need to be shut before the toilet cassette can be pulled out. Simply lift the lever to release the cassette and slide out.
When you're emptying your toilet cassette, please use a registered dump station just like this one. Unscrew the cap and empty the cassette. When your cassette's empty, just use the hose to give it a nice flush out and you're good to go.
Once clean, insert the cassette back. Add 1 toilet chemical with a decent amount of water to charge the toilet cassette. When you finish your holiday, please return the RV with the toilet cassette clean and, most importantly, completely empty. The Lagoon table is removable and must be removed when converting the lounge to the bed. Remove the tabletop by loosening the lever. If you run out of room, simply pull the handle to disengage the gear, rotate, re-engage the gear, and continue to loosen. Lift the tabletop to remove. The arm and leg can be stored underneath the table by sliding into this groove and locking off. To convert the rear lounge into a bed, undo the table as shown previously and slide in between the seats. Get the extra bed board from behind the driver's seat and place this board between the seats. Remove the side cushions and use this to fill the gap to complete your mattress.
Alright guys, that's it from me. Don't forget, your two best friends are going to be your how-to guide and the Apollo Connect app. We wish you all the best on your trip and we'll see you next time.